My name is Jessica Burton, and I became debt-free with Freedom Debt Relief. This is my story. Being in debt has been, it's very stressful. It felt like a weight on me. It felt like a weight on my back. And then, of course, being alone for the first time in life and trying to take care of everything by myself, it felt like a huge weight, even more so. And so I just was very stressed out about it, thinking about it all of the time and thinking about how I could get out of debt and how I didn't want to carry, I didn't ever think how I could ever pay it off. I mean, it seemed like such a large amount, and it just didn't seem feasible to be able to get out of debt with the money that I was making and being on my own, and the interest rates that they kept hiking up for me on my cards. So it was very stressful. It didn't feel like there was a way out. I tried calling my credit card companies and working with them. It just seemed like a dead-end street with them. They weren't very helpful in working with me. I explained the situation that I was in. I was kind of in a situation not by my own choice. I felt like I kept hitting a brick wall when I was talking to the credit card companies. They just weren't very helpful at all. I was actually on the internet looking through options and different companies, and to be honest, there was a lot of people's personal stories that I was reading that really got to me, and it just hit home, like that's where I'm at right now. And so it was other people that had gone through the same thing and had benefited from Freedom Debt Relief that actually it made me feel that the company was honest and that they were willing to work hard for their customers. The counselors for Freedom Debt Relief were awesome. They were very informative, walked me through step by step of the process. Any questions I had, they were very willing to answer them and go into detail and sometimes repeat things for me because a lot of it was overwhelming, and they were very patient and very informative. That was huge for me because I was worrying, and I would get, my heartbeat would beat faster when I'd get like letters or phone calls from the creditors, and a lot of times too they said, you know what, don't answer the phone or don't talk to them. We talk to them. You don't have to deal with them, which was huge because then I felt like somebody else was handling it for me. Somebody else was helping me get through it. They just basically took over, and they were like, you don't have to do anything. We will do it all. And so I think a lot of the negotiating and things that I was trying to do on my own, where I was getting nowhere, they were getting somewhere. They would give me updates. I would call and get updates. They were very encouraging to say, hey, call anytime you want to update, anytime you want to know what's happening with your account. I would have never been able to do it on my own. I had doubts about the program going into it. One, really because I had always been pretty responsible financially, and I had never been in this situation. So I wasn't really sure how it all worked, and so I think it was more doubts of, I don't know if this is really gonna work. And I was just at my wit's end and just realized I needed to try something, and this seemed like the best option, and so I was hoping that it would work. Once I started going through the program, and I think after the first credit card was negotiated and I was free from that debt, I was like, wow, this works. This really does. Because I was a little skeptical at first and wasn't sure how it all worked and how quickly it would work too. Actually, it seemed to go by very quickly for me, so it was very good. When Freedom Debt Relief first settled my first account, I was so excited. I was happy and just telling everyone, I'm like, I got rid of my highest card, and I was just so relieved and so happy. It just felt so freeing. It was amazing. It was great. I would recommend Freedom Debt Relief to my friends and family because Freedom Debt Relief was very helpful in negotiating the credit card debt that I had, helping me to get out of it very quickly. And I think a lot of people choose to go into bankruptcy, which just kind of, I think it's worse to have to go through that. I think it's better because you don't destroy your credit with Freedom Debt Relief. You're able to not only get out of debt, but also work to continue bettering your credit afterwards. The future holds a lot of opportunity for me now. I feel that I can pretty much go anywhere and do whatever I put my mind to. I'm not burdened by the debt that I was carrying, and I feel that financially I'm rebuilding my life and I have a lot of opportunity. I'm really excited about it. If I had tried to pay this debt off on my own, I would probably still be in debt. It would have probably taken years. And with Freedom Debt Relief, I was able to pay it off in less than 24 months. Freedom Debt Relief changed my life by helping me to get out of debt and starting over, starting fresh, and helping me to have a future.